Everybody, welcome to our live stream. We're going to be going over some exciting new products. It is the Afra indoor sensor. These are Bluetooth sensors. You do have the option to connect to a Zigbee hub so you can have the Wi-Fi access, but we will be going over the Bluetooth protocol as well as Wi-Fi. So let's see here. So what the sensor reads is moisture, temperature, and it provides readings on battery life. So the first step after unboxing, you will want to put batteries inside. I've also taken an additional step. You can or you don't have to do this, of numbering the devices. Since I have multiple, this will help you with your planning and when you're checking in on your different devices as well. To open the device, there is a small slit right here on the back. Simply put your fingernail and that pops right open. Whoop. And again, you use two AAA batteries. There is, of course, a photo here showing the proper installation. You don't want to put the back cover on right away, and I'll explain why in a moment. You'll see as soon as you put the batteries inside, the green light starts to flash. That indicates that it is in pairing mode. So it goes into pairing mode right away. Again, these are Bluetooth devices, so the pairing is very simple with the Linkstyle app. So here we go again. So we have our devices here. We have our numbered back plates. Let's keep everything in order. So now that we are ready to add the devices, we want to go to add device here. And you can see they come up right away. Again, these are Bluetooth devices, so it's a bit quicker for the setup. There we go, all set. And I've tested these previously, so that's why they're already named with the numbers. But for when you first set up the devices, it's going to just read Linkstyle Afra Indoor Smart Bluetooth Sensor, so you can rename it if you wish. So starting with number one, let's take a look at the data here. Okay, so what you'll notice right off the bat, you have your humidity at the top and your temperature down below here. You'll see the temperature does read in Celsius. That is the default. To change that, there is this small black button right here under the batteries. You press that once and that changes it to Fahrenheit. Very simple. You don't have to hold down the button or do any other operation, and it happens almost instantaneously. So I'm going to again push this button and it goes to Celsius. Push it again, back to Fahrenheit. I will leave number one in Fahrenheit, and let's check number two, just make sure it has the same readings. So again, you can see humidity and temperature, Celsius. I'm going to leave this one in Celsius, so I'm going to go ahead and put the back plate on, just like so. Now these devices are both ready to be put into a plant. So when you insert the device into a pot, you should see a update within about 30 seconds to a minute. So let's test this now. What I'm going to do is put a timer here. Okay, so I'm gonna start this timer. The best way to test this, just to show it for the video, I'm just gonna hold this in my hand. So I'm gonna start the timer. I'm gonna put this in my hand like so. Oh, let's go to sensor number one. It's amazing how seconds feel so long when you're actually watching it. There we go, stop. So that was at 41 seconds, that refresh there. So just to touch on that, the refresh is fairly quick. So again, so what I'm gonna do now that we know how to get the readings, I am going to plant the stake. Now when you plant the stake, I don't know if you could see that, you want to bury the stake fully, but not bury any of the plastic. This is very important because, and let me start the timer again. We'll add about 10 seconds to the timer since I didn't put it in there right away, but we're gonna see when the data refreshes from when I put in that plant. So again, as I was saying, it's important not to bury it all the way because this portion of the device here, oh, I'm gonna stop it. 18 seconds, so let's add 10 seconds to make up for the time that I actually put the device in the plant, so 28 seconds for that refresh. This is where you keep your batteries, and also in the front here, this is where the temperature readings are, and also just all the computer components are here in this plastic piece. So we recommend not burying the plastic just to prevent any liquid from seeping in and damaging the batteries or the electrical components. Now, of course, we do offer a warranty, so if any issues arise, please reach out to us and we're happy to help you with that. But just as a warning, also when you water your plants, you want to make sure you're watering away from the sensors. You can take out the sensor and put it in, or if you just water on the other side of your pot, that should not cause any issue. So as we saw with the reading here, so the humidity in the pot is 49%. The temperature is not the temperature inside the soil, it is the general temperature around the pot. Okay, so now let's take a look at the readings here, the different readings. And let's do that from the Afra indoor number 2, just so it's not feeling lonely. So again, I'm gonna hold this down so we can get some readings. This temperature again is in Celsius. So what do we see here with the Afra? If you click here on this, looks like a filter. So this shows your battery level. Obviously I didn't put very fresh batteries in here, but that is a pretty long battery time. And if you press on the graph here, so now you can see humidity by day, month, and year, and you can see those same variants on day, month, and year for temperature. Okay, so you can see how it fluctuates throughout the day. You can see how it fluctuates throughout the month. And you can see how it fluctuates throughout the year. So why is this helpful? So with readings provided by day, month, and year, you can track if you're over or under watering. You can also ensure the temperature of your whole plant is optimal as well. And maybe you have a plant in front of a window that faces east, and in the morning you notice that maybe the plant is getting too hot, the temperature shoots up or the humidity shoots down. You'll easily be able to see this here in the app if you do it by day, so you'll be able to see if there's quick variations, and you can make adjustments for your plant based on the optimal growing temperature and humidity. Or maybe you notice that your humidity shoots up when you do a watering and then it shoots down very quickly. That would indicate, for example, if you're growing indoor tomatoes, tomatoes love water. They drink a lot of water throughout the day. I've grown tomatoes in 5-gallon buckets and had to water with like 3 gallons every few hours, and they just keep taking in water. Tomatoes were delicious, so can't complain about that. But that is the importance of the graph readings. So there is a way to set up notifications. Again, this is Bluetooth, so you would need a hub for that. But let's just see what happens if you go try to do it with Bluetooth. So to do this, you want to create a scene in the automation section of the Linkstyle app. Let's create a scene. It's going to be device status changing. Let's do the number 1 since we have that in a plant. And what we want to do is have the humidity go less than 30%. Okay, return. So there you can see there, super easy. Next. And then what we want it to do is send a notification, and that goes to the message center. The message center is basically within the app. So you need to have messages turned on or notifications turned on for the app so you can receive these messages. And we save, let's name it test 1, confirm. Now you get this message, gateway is not connected, fail to save linkage rule. Now again, I said we were going to do this without the hub first, so obviously without the gateway, it will not allow you to save this. With the gateway, it will allow you to save it. You'll be able to receive notifications and you'll be able to check on the status of your sensors when you are outside of Bluetooth range. How does it do that? The hub has both Bluetooth and Zigbee protocols. So it can communicate with Bluetooth devices while linked to your Wi-Fi, and that allows that bridge between the Bluetooth device and your Wi-Fi. So that's how that works. So let's go ahead, cancel this. Let us set up the Nexo hub. So the first thing you'll want to do, of course, is plug in your hub. When you have your hub plugged in, and while we're doing this, I am also going to plug in this very old device, which is the old iPad mini. Just like so. Well, maybe we'll turn it around. There we go. All right. Okay, so we have our hub. Our hub is now in pairing mode. Add device. There we go. It's found our hub. Now, I do want to notate, so you can see now it is asking for Wi-Fi information, and the reason for that is the hub connects to your Wi-Fi, and then it connects to your Bluetooth devices and allows your Bluetooth devices to have a link to your Wi-Fi. And there you go. The hub has been added successfully. And this is the dashboard of your hub. We'll go over that in a moment. First, I want to go over your Linkstyle app dashboard again. So you'll notice all 3 devices are listed here because all 3 devices are added to your Linkstyle app. However, your Afra sensors are still just linked as Bluetooth. In order for them to be linked to the hub, let's go back to the hub dashboard here. And you'll see here, there's 2 lists. There's a Bluetooth device list and a Zigbee device list. We do have some products available which only have a Zigbee protocol. These would be, for example, the hydrogen water timer, smoke detector, PIR motion sensor, or also our door and window sensor, for example. Those only have a Zigbee protocol, so those will only work with the hub. So you would have to add those devices here under the Zigbee device list in the hub dashboard. But what we're adding today are Bluetooth devices. So we're going to go to add device. Now the devices are already added to our Linkstyle app, so all we have to do is associate Bluetooth devices, like so. For this testing, I'm only going to do Afra 1, confirm, immediately join. That is done. And now you can see here in the Nexo Hub dashboard under Bluetooth device list, we have Afra indoor number 1. All right, so now that we have that added, we can click into it. You can see all the information here is still the same. Temperature, humidity, you have your graphs, all available right there at your fingertips. And now that you're accessing it from within this hub dashboard, you can access this from anywhere. If you take a trip out of the city, if you let's say you have this set up at home and then you're at work and you want to check in on your plants make sure nothing drastic happened, maybe a fan turned off and the temperature is shooting up. Maybe for some reason the humidity now is showing 0. Maybe your cat's knocked over your plant and the Afra sensor fell out. There's soil everywhere. Maybe you're growing catnip for your cats and they got into it. You know, that's always a bad thing. So now let's go back and set up an automation. Again, to set up the automation, this is from the Linkstyle app. So you have to go back to the main dashboard. You go here to the DIY section again, and we're gonna create a scene. Again, it's gonna be when device status changes. We're gonna choose the indoor. Let's do the indoor 2 first. And remember, we did not pair the indoor 2 with the hub, although all the devices are paired to your app. It has to be inside the hub, but let's see what happens. So we go to number 2. Again, let's do the humidity equals, and do 50%. Well, let's do greater than. Greater than is a little bit better for humidity. And we're gonna do next. And what we're gonna want the app to do when it reaches that above 50% threshold, send a notification like so. And we're gonna save. Name is gonna be test 2. Oh, again, gateway is not connected, fail to save the linkage, excuse me. So as I said again, the hub is available here, but to have Wi-Fi access, you have to add the device to the hub's dashboard. So let's go ahead and add Afra number 2 here as well. Okay, finish. Okay, so now we have both sensors added under your Bluetooth device list. Zigbee devices, we still don't have anything set up here. We'll have another video for that. So now if we go to DIY, create scene, when device changes, let's start with number 1, humidity. It's gonna be, let's do less than 45%. Next. Oh, let's update this. That didn't save. So it's important you want to hit return there, so that will adjust this. You can also just use this as a slider if you don't want to type it in. It is very sensitive, so sometimes when you lift your finger up, see it changes just a little bit. So whatever your preference. So you can see if Afra indoor humidity is less than 44%, then we want to send a notification to the message center, which again, the message center is a notification within the Linkstyle app. So you want to make sure that you have that turned on to receive these. Save. And this one we'll name now Friday. Yay. Confirm. Automation created. Start using it. Yes. And then you'll see here in your automation, so those are all set. So now we have Afra Sensor 1 set up with an automation. So if we go, now you can still access the Afra when in Bluetooth range just directly from your home page. We can see here right now, the humidity is at 53%. But we had a setting that it would send a notification when under 45%. So now let me take this out of this plant. I'm gonna wipe it off gently here. Okay. And let me go ahead and introduce our timer again. Okay. So now what we're waiting for is to see the humidity drop. There we go. 26 seconds. And there you go, the humidity drop there. Okay. And should be a notification. Oh, okay. So this device, I don't have notifications turned on, but I did get the notification here on the cell phone because I do have the app there as well. This is just an iPad, so a little bit of a difference there, but that is how that works. I hope that's clear. And then as we also saw there, so that was just 26 seconds for that refresh, which is very quick. So again, please make sure you like and subscribe. We do have a live every Friday. For this upcoming week, we actually have a special treat for you all. We have a live coming up on Monday. We will be highlighting our Vino Wake products for that live. So that will get everyone ready for the Memorial Day holiday the following week. So please, again, subscribe, like, and join us next Monday at 3 p.m. for the next video. Bye, everybody.